Another session with the Paintology drawing app for Android phones and tablets. So the Paintology app, if you already do not know, you can get from this Google Play Store. Just type in Paintology app and you'll see this link at the top here, and then you'll see the app, details of the app here. Oops, somehow it's not showing. Yeah, there it is. And then you'll see some descriptions there. So this app is designed, once you open it, you'll come to this home screen, which has many of the tutorials on the top, which you may be familiar with. So this app has been designed not like the other apps where you can just go in, dive in, use the hundreds of tools and just left to your own devices and get inspired by others who make so much digital art. It's not. It's actually a tool designed to make your drawing, to build up your drawing skills, which is fundamental to drawing. And most of the other apps will just focus on tools, that's all. And they won't really teach you the techniques. So Paintology is all about teaching you techniques of drawing, and if you develop these techniques, you can make very fine drawing like I did yesterday here. This was done on my phone. You can see a landscape. I'm very fond of landscapes. And this was done in a tutorial on my other channel, which is called Produce. Yeah, so you can check that out. And also I do live streams through there. So live streams been recent. And I have also been doing quite a bit of finger drawing using my fingers, and I originally had, this is what happens to most beginners. They have a notion of something, and then that completely changes and replaced by proper thinking, and the same happened to me, so I'm guilty of that as well. Even if I tell others, don't always listen to the crowd, follow your own instincts, right? So I found that with the finger, I am as effective as drawing with a stylus. And the stylus is really good for if you want precision, right? But with the finger, when you're doing a natural drawing, like I tend to with the Paintology app, I use my fingers, and therefore I can make good drawings. And I also am very active on the Quora platform. If you want to check out and follow me on the Quora platform, I answer a lot of questions related to drawing and art, especially for beginners who are uncomfortable or feel they don't have the general knowledge. Okay, so that's where I am. And then, so what are we going to do? Well, I was speaking to my daughter yesterday about an idea for the next live session, like today, and she tells me that she's into line drawing, and I call it outline drawing. So basically, line drawing is essentially, I'm going to pick up the tutorial we're going to do. This one I'll show you very quickly. Essentially, here I'll show you this. You pick a line brush, so, and then just simply, so that's a line drawing. So that's what we're going to do. And I don't want to spoil it by the practice I did yesterday, rapid practice. So here we have the image, and you can load any image. So what are the benefits of line drawing? It tremendously improves your drawing stroke, your ability to draw fast, your ability to see tones, just like block coloring, and your ability to get familiar with drawing if you're a total beginner. And it's really good fun as well. I did my did the practice run with my daughter in about 5-10 minutes. That's all it takes on your phone. So this one we're going to do, and we're not trying to replicate this image as in block coloring. We're doing something different. It's called line drawing. And what's the difference between line and outline? Well, it's pretty much the same thing. Line drawing means lines. Outline means the outline of something. For example, if I were to do this, let's start off this here. I'm sorry. Let's go here. Let's pick a small brush here. If I were to do this, that would be an outline. But if I were to do this, go ahead and do this, this would be a line drawing, okay? Because I'm using lines to represent the overall shape, okay? And that's what we're going to do, basically, line drawing. Okay, so that's what the line drawing. Line drawing will give you a better representation of of the actual drawing. So let's go ahead and just dive in. I picked a line of 100% line and 0.6%. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and change the line. So I'm going to do something different. And that's the beauty of drawing, is that you experiment, you know, and if you don't experiment, you're not going to learn. If you think align tools like in apps are going to do all the work, you're basically focusing on the tools to do the blending, blurring, layering, you name it, every Tom, Dick, and Harry thing that you can possibly do. And then what happens? You lose your ability to develop the techniques and skills. Although you do pick up skills using the tools, but it's by no means, it's nowhere close to drawing with freehand like I'm doing here. So you got that line brush, and simply look what I'm doing, picking out. I got it halfway down there. You don't have to. You have it where you feel it's comfortable, right? And halfway is good when I'm doing block coloring, but I'm not right now. So really go rapidly. And my daughter told me to stay away from straight lines too. It's an easy way to, to do that, to make draw the straight lines there. So what I mean by the straight line is this tool here. Look, yeah, it allows you to draw a straight line, and you can do that for towns, but right now we're not doing that. Okay, so we got the dark line brush we're using, and then simply just go around down. This is line, so it's not just the outline of that, of the trees, of the tree lines, the back. It's more about the darker tones as well. Just enough, not more. Don't overdo it, because you're not making a sketch. You're just pulling one line. I was trying to listen to my daughter as much as I could, because she's got a book on this particular aspect. She loves that book. And then she sat with me, teaching me. Okay, there you are. As you can see here, you can do the same thing, just add a little bit of darkness. That's what she told me. Add the darkness like this, just to give it some body. And you can pull any image like this into Paintology and just simply draw so comforting to draw this. So one of the reasons why I've been doing this with Paintology is because too many people are spending way too much time on the social media, and the pleasures of drawing is overlooked so easily. And then when you're on a train or waiting for someone, just simply, that's what I did with the last drawing I showed you of the forest. I was waiting in the car, and then I thought I'll get my phone out and just start drawing, finger painting, and it was sunny and bright, and I had to hold up the phone um, really high up. People must have thought I was mad, looking for a signal of some kind, but I was just using my finger, dabbing away. Okay, so you see, the point is you don't want to sketch. Sketch is like you're trying to refine. So one or two strokes is all you need. And it's got to be just lines, okay? I mean, just a line. It doesn't have to be a straight line, but just a line, yeah? And two is sufficient, I think. So you can go really fast, and it really improves your drawing strokes, yeah? Okay, so here and then here. I think I got the gist of what my daughter was saying, so I'm applying some of this knowledge, passing it on to you. Oops, and don't use erasers, for heaven's sakes. You don't need erasers. Just undo button is all you need. And I rarely use the undo. I mean, I do use it, but I don't. Okay, so we're gonna. Oops, is that right? Yes, let's go with that. Ooh, that's nice. These two large windows. And a door here, another here, and then just lines here. It's the garden front, I think. That straight line here really builds confidence. If you're into fine art, and if you're a traditional artist, you think digital art is all about tools, you're quite mistaken. Look, have I used any tool apart from the line? And the phone, do not dismiss the phone. I've shown you some drawings already. Don't let anyone tell you phone you can't do much, unless you've shown what Paintology can do to them, and they'll probably change their mind right away. Okay, we're going to see what that looks like right now. Look at that, how quick that was, right? Very quick. I think I'm getting generally good at this. So again, let's save this. Okay, just in case. I've started from the background. It doesn't, you can also start from anywhere you feel. And I think the advice I got from my daughter is really helping me with this. She tried her best to explain as much as she could. She's only 9 years old. She's one of the best artists, and I think it comes from in a school. The teachers have always praised her, creative, which makes me very proud. But she has to think about maths and that, not so proud, but I'm helping her. Anyway, so you can see how quickly, I hope you picked out an image similar to this. Just continue, look at that. That's a beautiful edge, and then you can do two lines, and then just, and then to give the illusion of the tiling, you can do, right, just the illusion. Okay, and there's a door there, leading to that balcony, I think. And there's a shrubbery here. So it's very different from sketch. You can get into habit of just sketching this, but don't, just stick to lines. It makes a lot of difference, trust me. Just stick to lines. Just to give the illusion of shape and form. See, this is the teaching in our art class, right? And now that we have digital, we have so much at our disposal. Okay, so go through that. Look at that. Beautiful. So it tunes your mind into the tones, darker tones, obviously, right? You become more used to seeing darker tones and shapes. And because they're together, I'm adding more of that, the elements here. And then because this is a sort of a rock face with no, probably the only thing supporting that rock face are the birds, probably. So here, right, and then just keep going at it, okay? And then now we're coming to the boat here, okay? And that, I think I will increase the, no, let's leave it. Then look, I'm not too worried if I didn't get the shape right. And you shouldn't be either. Okay? She told me that if you see something like this, just do some scribbling. No need to replicate it. So I really just started doing this yesterday, and I'm kind of enjoying this. Right, with the fingers, I'm using my fingers, nothing more. And it gets you over the hurdle of what drawing is all about. I recommend doing this line drawing. It's so much fun. This is on the Paintology app if you're an Android user. Yeah, just download it and away you go. No drawing experience required to use it. No fancy tools. No, nothing. This is the way digital art is represented in the traditional world. And then in digital, it somehow changed everything with its focus on tools. And we want to bring back that love for drawing as we've done for ages. Right? Okay. Just go quickly. Look how rapidly you can go. Right here, can you see this? Okay, I'm sure my daughter's going to enjoy this when she sees this. She did praise me for being pretty good at this. You know, she said, "Yeah, learning fast." All right. See here, so just a few line strokes, nothing more. Right, don't overdo it. That's what she said. And that's what I'm sticking to. This is really fun, actually, I have to admit. From the block coloring, which can sort of, seem a little bit more challenging than this, but nevertheless, just as fun, isn't it? Block coloring. Okay. All right. Very easy to turn anything into a line drawing. Try and use as little of the as little as you can of the sketching, just line strokes, not even strokes as such. And if you have to create a bit of thing, just add that there, just the illusion that there is something going on with this boat. Look at that, the front. You can see it. Okay. Okay, look at that. There. Right, doesn't have to be perfect. Very easy. Very easy with the fingers. That's all I'm doing. And on my phone. I'm going to show you something nice at the end, which my daughter told me, and then I thought, wow, she wants me to be more creative rather than just copying. All right, but the whole idea of copying is that it builds you confidence. Okay. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Wow, built up a scene so rapidly, isn't it? How quick did we do that? Look. Yeah, you can even see that the boat has a name on it, but you can't read the name. Oh, just a total scribble. We know the truth, right? All right, so let's just keep going, and let's just finish it, and hopefully you can see. Wow, look at those, the back as well. Just tiny bits. Then here, then here. Then let's go to this mast. Let's refine these masts. Look at that. You just do one line, and then then follow just the strokes. I did an outline earlier, and that was with the rock, and I think you might have seen it. I called it outline because it was basically an outline drawing, and it seemed to have quite a number of hits. You could check it out. It's on the live stream. Okay, so yeah. Nice, very easy. Okay, and then that post goes here. Okay. So fast and so quick, and then the lines go like that, and then there is this. Let's do that in the middle. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Wow, look at that. It's amazing, isn't it? How quickly we've managed to do that. So let's focus on the boat. This is probably the second time I've ever done an outline line drawing. No, probably third, I think. And yeah, but you can see how fun it is, right? So this, look at that, because it's dark, I'm not going to put too much color. Okay. Getting the hang of this, actually. Look at that. Amazing, isn't it? Just a little bit of effort, and then you produce something amazing, isn't it? To look at. Okay. So let's go there. And here's a cloud. She told me to do the clouds, you need to, so we got the boat here, right? Then she says to do the clouds, you just need to do the top. You don't want to overdo it. So that's what I'm going to follow. Let me just do these trickles of, right? This is the trickles of, let's see if that makes a difference. Right? Might do, you don't know, but following the, it's actually very good to follow this line drawing. And the reason for that is because the line drawing gives you a sense of the dark and light tones, which is essential to drawing. It's really critical to drawing. So don't ignore line. And then, you know, you could probably do a little bit of a ripple like that. That's where this is from line drawing do these ideas come from. The ripples. Right, don't overdo it. Just enough. Right, just add a little bit. Look at that ripple. Then here, look. We haven't done any of that, have we? This guy's got a reflection. And so is this baby. So just where it's dark, we add that dark, right? And just and then add these. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Nice, isn't it? And then here you can see that let's just put some body in this, right? And this, yeah. Now let's give it 9, and then you can see here we're taking some of that water out and just bringing it out here, right? Then because that was missing, and then we can see what happens. Oops. There, see if it made a difference. Yeah, certainly does, doesn't it? What is this here? Did I add some? Yeah, I did. And then here, and then we can see here, and then here to give that element of just put to give more body to this boat, because the boat is a prominent feature of this drawing, as you can see. But just keep it simple and light. Beautiful, isn't it? And I'm sure you could do the same here. Beautiful. Let's have a look. See if that boat, now that boat's sticking out, isn't it? see if we can make this boat a bit more interesting than what it is. Yeah. And then you can see it's got these little windows. Little windows. So keeping it's very easy to go to sketching, but you don't want to do that. Right? You don't want to do that. You just want to do line. That's all it is. Look at that. The dark here as well. So you're giving the illusion of dark. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Very nice, isn't it? The boat standing out, not too much. If you overdid the boat, as I was trying to do there, you can make it look as though it's too pronounced. So this is looking quite good. And now, and you get the illusion. So now you can use that. Now you can see the ability of bringing out darker tones. Here, right here, and then here. So just keep adding there. Let your eyes do the thinking for you. And then here, it's really fun. I'm enjoying this. Right here, and you can pick any image. Doesn't have to be any image you wish. This, you may think this is not helping you because you don't like this style of drawing. Believe me, anything that related to putting down a drawing is helpful. Okay, just add the shapes of this here. All right, let's see what we got. Better, isn't it? Now it's the foreground is looking good, and now it's very easy to get carried away with too much black, but I'll try and prevent that from happening. Right, I'm just sticking to the line drawing. Can't wait for my daughter's opinion on this. See what she says when I show it to her. Okay. You can see what that looks like. Right, I'm trying to use my judgment to better. Now it's sort of pronounced, isn't it? And maybe what we can do is make this boat look like as though it belongs to the same class of boats. There, you know, maybe the other boats got too much of a dark screen to keep privacy, but you know, why shouldn't this one have it? I love this here. Can you see it? It's very nice. Then here, see, I can see where line drawing actually comes from now and why it's so powerful. Okay, look at this darkness. So just add that darkness. Not too much. Yes, add that darkness here. Let's see if this boat's got some pizzazz. And it certainly has. All right, and then what we can do is you can see that you can stretch these out. You know, stretch it out so it looks like, even though it's dark there, but you can gradually bring it out. I didn't realize line drawing had so many possibilities, but I'm now waking up to it. Yeah. And then, let's see what it looks like. Lovely, isn't it? And then, so what can we do now? Now, I'm thinking the clouds, but then the idea came to me, actually it came to my daughter, which was to draw mountains at the back. I mean, this looks great. It's from the foreground, but it doesn't look like, yeah, we've got to do something about that, isn't it? That looks like, sorry, it just popped into me when I was looking at the drawing. So we don't want to make it look like it's flat, right? And that here. You're not going to address everything, but at least some of it. Look, it's got a bit of shape now, character to it. Again, that looks like a hill or a tree line, yeah? Can you see? All right, now we've got that. Now let's mountains. Yeah, very interesting. So how are we going to have this mountain? Now let's save this so we don't. We can always revert to it in case we make a total meal of this. So how can I do it? I mean, let's go here or not. How about here and then here, yeah, and then sort of here and then here. Why not, right? Let's try that. Okay, mountain, the ski resort. Maybe it's a ski resort. Who knows? So here, right here, then cut across. Just add a little bit of texture to it, and then here, like a glacier there, the top, right, and then here. Remember, these valleys are what makes the mountain really interesting. And then let's put a peak there, right there. How's that? Oh wow, it makes a difference, doesn't it? Okay, here, then here. So what a mountain looks like, right? Yeah, not too much. Don't overdo it, okay? Okay, there you are. And then the base, just take it up as though it's sort of merged with the living creatures at the bottom. Yeah, not too much. There. I think that gives it more like a beautiful scene. And then just bring that. Don't have to use straight line, just bring that there. Not too much. There. Okay, and now we can do the clouds, which my daughter was saying here. She said to draw the bottom of the clouds, but not the top. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to try that. Let's see. What do you think? I don't think that looks great. So let me try this. Then, oh, maybe I should try a small cloud. Yeah, and then another little column of cloud. There. What do you think? I don't know. you can experiment with that. But there you are. So I hope I've shown you. Let me just put Paintology on that. Paintology there. And then hopefully this has shown you how easy it is to make a drawing on your phone. This is a line drawing. There's a mountain scene at the back. I mean, I'm not so happy with the clouds, but still you can rub it out, isn't it? You can just go, oops, what did I do? I'm rubbing out my thing. Okay, Forget that. What am I doing? Okay. So I won't do too much to it. This is where you can become a little overwhelmed with what more you can do with the drawing. Keep it simple initially, and then here I'll show you this. I'll show you some of the lessons I've learned. So this was a finger drawing I did as well. The one of the live sessions, and then let me show you the screenshot I had. So just to give you just to give you an outline of what drawing's about. Keep it simple, enjoy the moment, enjoy the experience, enjoy the journey. And by doing line drawing like I've shown you, it improves muscle memory, allows you to tune into tones, and tones is all about drawing. And that's what I say in the third line, appreciate tones. And then the drawing process is something which is not really talked about in the areas of drawing by many teachers. I don't understand why, because they are constantly bombarding you with drills, exercises, showing you shading, and then they talk about light hitting the object. To me, light hitting the object has very little bearing on what I'm seeing. I'm seeing an object with light and dark shade, and that's all I need to do. I don't really care which way the light's coming from, and all I need to know, yeah, it's coming from that direction, and hence it's lighter in that region. That's all. I don't take it any further than that, but they seem to go endlessly on that. So the drawing process is what I showed you. If you look at my drawing that I did of the line drawing of that lake scene, you'll see that at each stage it takes you to a particular step. Let's say your drawing process has 10 steps. You go to step 2, you will only know once you've got to step 2 what the step 3 step is, which is the area that you need to cover in that next. It seems intuitive, but believe me, it it works like magic in your brain, because your drawing experience will come from that step. And then if you master drawing techniques and improve rapidly with these techniques that I'm showing you, you can do photorealistic drawings simply, easily. And I've done it. Freestyle, trace drawing, block coloring, you name it. Use every tool available to learn and develop these techniques. Then you can go from zero all the way to the finished artwork. And then the pinnacle of finished artwork, I would say, is photorealism. That's all it is. So if you get block in between the steps, it's because you haven't developed the techniques. You haven't pushed the limits of the pencil and paper or the drawing that you have. And then that is one of the reasons they don't appreciate techniques, most beginners, and even at such to say intermediate. They don't appreciate the techniques, but they are really tuned in with tools to fulfill that void of the techniques. Wherever techniques was used to be the mainstay of the traditional art, techniques, tools happen to be the standard for drawing apps, which is should not be the case. And because it overcomes the techniques you need to learn. For example, blending. So you pick a point from A to B to do the blending, and then here, when I'm drawing, in this case, I go to I do the blending by hand. Look, this blending. I do the total blending by hand. I never used any tools except one brush, and that was the haze brush. That was it. And then I adjusted the haze brush. This was line now, but the haze brush is this one here. Adjusted the haze brush density to get the right amount of tones and to blend by using a color picker. That's what I did. And it's impossible for anyone to use digital tools to create this drawing. This was done by hand. Your hand rules. Your manual way of doing things rules. Trust me, you can see from examples here, okay? This probably took me about an hour and a half, perhaps. But you can find that tutorial, okay, on the... So let's go back to the list that I was showing you. And the whole idea of drawing is the reason why you want to do drawing is you want to feel that the moment that most other artists feel. They're like lost in that moment of enjoyment and satisfaction of creating artwork. And that's what the fun is. You saw me the number of times I was saying how lovely this is, that's the experience you want to enjoy. And practicing smart is going to get you through. So I'm not going to say practice like other artists, draw for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then keep doing it and then do these drills. I mean, come on, for heaven's sake, if anyone pushed that kind of agenda on me, I would say, go away, please, I'm not interested. I'm not, it's not, it should be a enjoyable experience, not regimental, like you're making it out. So practice smart means follow your feelings, instinct, and do not do what most beginners do, dismiss that they lack any talent. If you do that, you will constantly be find obstacles to not to pursue drawing. You're always going to drop it. You're going to go to a certain length and you're going to drop it because it's more comforting to think that you could do it if you wanted to, just that you don't have any talent. It's an extremely easy and a sad way of not pursuing drawing. So that's what I have here. So please keep this in mind, and you'll find the drawing tutorials on these subject points that I go into length in my previous live sessions. And so I'd really like you to subscribe and also comment anything that you feel is helpful, that information you'd like, or any information you'd like that you didn't quite understand. So the tutorials is where you find, before I go, I'm going to just show you the tutorial. This is an excellent way of drawing. The tutorial shows you the actual main tutorial, which you can follow here, and then just, so you just go and then you can go back to your canvas, look how easy this is. You don't need anything for that. Look how easy that is. Pick that one. That's it. There. Perfect. Through two, pick two, there. And then adjust the brush size, and you've got that. This is an excellent way of training your muscles and improving. You'll find hundreds of these courses, including pencil drawing here, which I'll show you. And the pencil drawing has many photorealistic drawings that you can do. I'll show you some photorealistic drawings like this one, for example. There. So again, this comes with the video. So you have the template to draw, and then you can follow along to the video. And this is the photorealistic drawing using the shade brush. I just show you how it's done. Shade and line brush. Actually, it's probably just a line brush. So you can see how I create the drawing. So no tools, just basically just a good techniques, developing the techniques. So there you are. This is the Paintology app, free from the Google Play Store. Please, if you're an Android user, please download, try it out, and let me know what you think. And then hopefully bring you another session soon. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.